California Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Citizens Bank of Eldon and Versailles. Butch's Small Engines. Keckner Manufacturing. Winter Shelton Real Estate. The Morgan County Health Center in Versailles. Parker Gunther Lumber Company in Versailles. Burger Specialty Food. Heartland Business Systems. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising. H&R Block in Versailles. The Shelter Insurance, Aaron Long, agent in Tipton. The Tipton Latham Bank. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant in Versailles. The Osage Beach Hy-Vee. Gladstone Cove Boat Trailer Sales. Insurance Associates America. The Tipton One Stop. American Sun Control. The Graff and Reed Heating and Cooling. Jason Blankenship CPA. Pivotal Real Estate of Tipton. Farmland Grocery. Kidwell Garber Funeral Homes of Versailles and Laurie. The Bank of Versailles. Remax of Sedalia. The Shed Batting Cages. Versailles Total Fitness. And Timberline Real Estate. Now, with coverage of the 86th Annual Tipton Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament, here's Colton Taylor.
Thank you very much, JT. I have no idea how this stream is up. We have had no cell phone service all day, and Britt pointed out this hotspot has full bars. The other hotspot has no service. My cell phone has no service. The tablet has no service. But apparently this one spot in all of Tipton has enough service to make this broadcast work, Jason. So we're going to make it happen.
How is this working?
Oh, buddy, I tell you what, I know we're kind of all discombobulated, getting ready to go here, but we've got a big matchup in about 2 minutes as the Eldon Mustangs are going to do battle. If you're looking for your pencil, it's right behind you. I think my pen's back there, too, for that matter. But
there it is.
Eldon Mustangs and Versailles Tigers about to square off here in the opening round matchup. Winner goes on to the championship semifinals. Loser goes on to the consolation bracket. I know we've talked about this with each game, but Jason, being familiar as you are with both of these squads, how important is this game for both teams?
I think for Versailles, it's really important because they've only had the one against Fatima, and Fatima was a class above us as far as just talent right now. And this is a new-look Tiger team without a doubt, so I think they're still a little unsure themselves, and they want to come out here and have a good showing against a common foe, you might say, in the Eldon Mustangs. And Eldon, just trying to play without Hunter Hess, figuring out who they are,
I mean, you hate to put it that way because you don't want to be like, oh, it was all one player. And it absolutely was not all one player, but Hunter has led this team in like 4 different statistical categories.
Yeah, when you rely on somebody that much for so many things, I mean, when they're gone, I mean, you have to find a new way to do things.
And also, a big thing, once again, got to mention, this is the first time we've got to see the Versailles Tigers in the regular season. The new-look Tigers, not only because of players, but also because of the coaching staff. New at the helm for these Versailles Tigers is head coach Wyatt Espinosa. He'll be assisted by Kobe Williams and Ryan Pryor. You talk about 3 standout Versailles athletes in their day. All 3 of those boys knew how to get it done on the hardwood.
Yeah, they were all great athletes in their own right, multiple sports. So pretty blessed to have the good coaches that we have, the young staff we got. Sorry, Coach Pryor, that doesn't include you. You're old like me. But just a lot of new on this team. I mean, from the coaching staff all the way to the end of that bench, man, just a lot of new everybody.
Absolutely. As I tell you what, I have made quite a mess over here trying to get myself organized as we get ready to meet our starters. First off, for the Eldon Mustangs, they will be the road team on the board here tonight. Starting for the Mustangs, it'll be number 23, Preston Sapp. Preston shot the ball very well in his first showing the other night. Number 1, Talon Hall. Number 2, Devin Hardy. Number 3, Britton Ahart. That's terrible. I was trying to see who the other starter was for the Mustangs. I should know that by now, you would think. I've had one whole game to get this figured out. Oh, I do know. It's number 24, Cody Tam. Who's starting for the Tigers tonight, Jason?
We have. It looks like they just went up there and checked in. It looks like there's a change from the Fatima game a little bit. We have number 1, Rowan Allen starting tonight. Number 2, Reese Murdoch. Number 3, Braden Albrecht. And number 12, Ben Peck. And number 20, Dalton Raisin.
All right. Well, this game's streaming at MoSportsZone.com, a game I never expected to actually make it to MoSportsZone tonight, but here we are. Opening tip, it'll be Murdoch jumping against Ahart, and the Mustangs are going to get the first look in their road maroons going at the basket to our left. Hardy on the left side. Straight man defense from the Tigers. Really excited to see what Rowan Allen can do this year. Big athletic young man.
He's been playing very aggressive. So
lob on the backside to Ahart. Catches, sets his feet, and finish. That's a good look and a good score. Mustangs get the first points of the game. Full court pressure applied by Eldon. Murdoch trying to break it down, working against Hardy. Hits crossover, back the other way. Races forward, drops it off. Thinking about the three. Oh, extra pass back to Murdoch with the lay-in. That was pretty.
Yes, it was.
Great feed from Albrecht. Eldon back the other way. Let's set up this offense. Ahart played very, very well the other night against Mountain Grove. Both these teams at 0-1. Tam wants the mid-range jumper. Won't go. Ahart keeps it alive. Turns around, forces the shot up and in.
Now the Tigers are going to have to do a better job of rebounding than that if they want to be successful here.
Eldon is the definition of aggressive.
You don't want Ahart getting easy like that.
Rowan and Reese trying to break this Tiger press. Applying it. It's Talon Hole. Devin Hardy. Corner with the ball for the Tigers. Ben Peck fires it up top to Albrecht. Extra pass, but it's picked off by Tam.
Here comes that Eldon D.
Boy, they get after it. Reza was looking for the cutter and just couldn't get it there. Hardy turns the quarter, gets inside, gives it up. Three lined up for Sapp, and he's got it. Big bucket, Preston Sapp, 7-2. The early lead for the Mustangs, and off the steal, Eldon looking for more. Sapp thought about the shot, goes to Talon. Hardy, he'll try a wing three. Off the back iron, too strong. Murdoch the board. Reese races forward on the right side. Coach Espinoza hollering out some offense here. As Eldon has switched into their zone, that 3-2 zone, trying to feed inside to Rowan Allen. It's going to be a kickball. Ball stays with the Tigers.
Yeah, Tam doing a good job of just stepping in front of Allen and taking that passing lane away. We saw some great defense from them against Mountain Grove last week.
And substitutions for the Tigers. Is that TJ Schofield?
TJ Schofield is in the house.
I am so happy to see him out there, just because the last time I got to see TJ in any kind of athletic competition, the kid was leaving a football game on a stretcher.
Yes.
And
had a spinal injury and has fought through it. Here he is.
And a tough lay-in underneath for Murdoch. He's got the first two buckets of this one for the Tigers. 7-4. Eldon leads Versailles. 5:45 to go in this first quarter of action. Crossover from Hardy gets inside. A hand check foul called on the Tigers.
Hardy's quick.
Inbounds for the Mustangs. Talon Hole has it at the top of the key. They're going to get Talon for a travel. I didn't see it, but the official did.
I thought they were going to get TJ with his second foul already.
Well, you know, you haven't played in a while. You got to make sure that you come back in the right way.
No, he brings great leadership to this Tiger team, but probably not quite there in game conditioning just yet. Yes.
Tigers on offense in the corner. Trying to fire low, looking for the big fella. Tipped out of bounds, and a reach-in foul going to be called. They're looking to go to Morrison on the block. If you're thinking Ty Morrison kind of looks like a fullback, he basically is. And Tigers lob it into the backcourt, and I'm a little confused why Albrecht didn't pick that up. I don't think he thought that he could, but he could have, as long as he established himself in the backcourt. So that'll be a turnover back to the Mustangs. 7 for the Eldon lead. 5:24 to go in this one. In the first quarter, I should say. Okay. There we go. Now we're back. Sorry about that. Little mishap is the layup from Ahart. Up and good.
You get the feeling this is becoming the Ahart versus Murdoch show?
I do kind of get that feeling because I need to adjust my scoreboard because it is now 14-10. I apologize, some technical difficulties there. But a 3 on the other end. Who had the big shot there for Versailles?
Is that Dalton? Yeah, Dalton Raisin.
Dalton Raisin. My goodness. This is two teams that seem very evenly matched early. Coach Caudell wants the timeout. Frankly, I need it as well to get some of this straightened out. 2:01 to play in the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company first quarter of action. 14-13. Eldon leads Versailles. You're listening to you're watching MoSportsZone.com.
Timberline Real Estate Team, powered by Real Broker LLC, is there 24/7 to assist you with your home buying and selling needs from start to finish. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, they're dedicated to providing personalized and professional service every step of the way. From house to home and listing to sold, Timberline Real Estate is your real estate team. Call Tricia today at 573-690-2302 or Chris at 573-821-3988.
The Tipton Latham Bank is a locally owned and operated full-service independent community bank serving the area since 1906. The Tipton Latham Bank N.A. is an equal housing lender and a member FDIC. The Tipton Latham Bank is a proud supporter of local high school athletics. Stop by the Tipton or Latham branch or visit TiptonLathamBank.com.
And we are back here with action as a pass just too high out of bounds. Last touch by the Mustang. Tiger defense turned it on. This has been a defensive battle in this first quarter.
Yeah, so far.
Skipped ahead. Reza thought about the corner three. Instead goes to Timo on the block. A double team. Deer King playing him well. Timo needs help. Goes baseline. Picks it up. Trying to find another Tiger. Coming along to meet it is Bertelli, but just a little pitter patter. That's all it takes.
Good call.
Trying to see, Britt, is this hooked up to the stream deck? You know, that would have made my whole life easier. Yep, I've been wondering where that thing was. That's cool. Boy, we are just on point today, let me tell you. Like I said, I know this has all been a mess, folks, at home, and it's been the service just non-existent up here. I really don't know how this broadcast is going. Cody Tam with the ball, working against Albrecht. It's knocked loose, picked up by Allen, restolen by Britton. Britton goes up and slams it. Goodness, Britton Ahart up high and down hard.
That's a nice dunk of traffic right there.
That's a grown man dunk.
That is.
Tigers trailing by 3. We're under a minute to play. Timo got it down low, and he is fouled.
Ahart's still a little pumped up over that dunk.
I did not expect that.
I wouldn't either.
I knew Ahart could dunk. I just didn't expect him to try it in traffic like that. 16-13. Eldon leads Versailles. Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company first quarter of action. Tigers inbounding their own basket. Bertelli will be the trigger man. Albrecht steps out, catches, lines up a wing 3 off the back iron, won't go. Strong rebound pulled in by Red Bayshore. Talon Hole ahead to Hardy. Hardy drives inside, dishes to Tam. He drives baseline, hangs in the air. Shot may have been partially blocked. Tam gets his own miss. Putback won't go. Gets another board. That one won't fall, but he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, too many second chances there.
I'm pretty certain Cody Tam does not give up on any play ever.
No.
Like I said, if you're a coach, you love that kind of energy.
I know Coach Espo was talking today that Ahart and Tam, those are the keys to this game. And right now, it looks exactly like you're right.
Tam's first free throw is no good. Second free throw coming up for Cody. And it's good.
Did he make that first one?
No.
Didn't,
17-13 is the lead. 30 seconds to go. Albrecht fires it up to Timo. Over to Murdoch. Tigers trail by 4. He's got a little bit of a breather on the bench. Now he attacks right side. Long stride. And put the spin on it, just couldn't get it to fall. But I will say, you love to see the attack by Reese Murdoch.
I like to see the attack and the fact that he took contact and went to the floor, which tells me that Reese is feeling a lot better about the injury that he sustained during the football season. Because I know that's always been in the back of his head. So I like to see that right there. He didn't even think about it.
Murdoch's first free throw is long, and it looks like Rowan Allen and Ben Peck going to check back in. Come in for Dalton Reza, Braden Albrecht. 17.6 remain in the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company first quarter of action. 17-14 is the Eldon lead. Winner moves on to the championship side of the bracket. Loser moves on to the consolation round. Reese's second free throw is good. Lead down to 3, 17-14. Eldon breaking this Tiger press. Middle of the floor is Cody Tam. Head of steam. And did Reese get set? He did. I like the take by Cody, but I also like the defense by Murdoch.
You got to like that D.
It's
being strong, though. I like that.
I was going to say it's one of those both coaches are like, man, I like what I saw. Just, good job by Murdoch getting set.
Offense and great defense.
And you go back to that injury Reese had. To be able to stand in there and take charge from an athlete like Cody Tam, that's tough.
It was kind of funny because with the preseason, he told Coach Espinosa, he goes, I'm not taking charges this year. I'm not going, which meant he was still thinking about that injury. So these last two plays on offense and defense for Reese, that's a good sign for everything.
5 seconds left. Allen in the corner. Gets Murdoch on the cut. Up and under. Move hangs in the air. Shot too strong. Rebound pulled in. And the shot won't count as it was after the buzzer. Nearly got it to go on the full court heave by Britton Ahart. We've played one, and at the end of the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company first quarter of action, Eldon leads Versailles 17-14. You're watching at MoSportsZone.com.
Tipton One Stop is your ultimate convenience store destination on Highway 50 west in Tipton. Stop by for your favorite snacks, refreshing drinks, and a fresh meal from the in-store Subway restaurant. Plus, fill up your vehicle with quality Cinex fuel. Tipton One Stop has the cleanest restrooms in town. Don't believe us? Find out for yourself. Tipton One Stop, open daily until 11:30. Proud supporters of Cardinal Athletics. Tipton One Stop, where convenience meets quality on Highway 50 west in Tipton. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant invites you to join them for a casual lunch or a nice family dinner out with delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine. Veracruz has a great selection of burritos, tacos, seafood, enchiladas, salads, and more, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients. Grab dinner tonight from one of their 3 locations: Veracruz on South Highway 5 in Versailles, Veracruz Jr. on Highway 52 in Stover, or on Highway 65 in Lincoln. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, a proud sponsor of local athletes.
Boy, now that I heard that from Veracruz, I'm a... Can't use the button bar. Understood. All right, we're in the H&R Block of Versailles second quarter, all part of this Martin Metal broadcast. 17-14 is the early lead by the Mustangs. It's been a fun back and forth affair. Versailles with the ball, going to the low block. Allen, turnaround, thought about the jump shot, but good defense by Deer King. It's knocked loose. Allen gets it back. Turnaround jumper won't go. Murdoch soars for the board, makes space. Is put back too strong. Timo's put back up and in.
Somebody's going to make it.
Reese, I could hear it from him down here. He said, no, I was passing it to Morrison off the glass. We got a 1-point game. How do the Mustangs respond? Talon Hull on the point goes to Devin Hardy. Hardy making space, good defense by Bertelli. Now it's Rowan Allen. His shoes don't match, but his defense is solid. Little weave to Britton Ahart. Boy, has he been impressive.
Yes, he has.
Looking for that back lob. No, they fake it, and instead they go to Sapp. Back to Hardy. Hardy working against Bertelli. Bertelli giving him nothing, and it's a steal by Murdoch. It's a run out. Murdoch on the right side. Long strides to the glass, and the Tigers take their first lead.
Nice little shimmy right down there, whatever he did to get to the hole. That boy's athletic.
18-17. Versailles now leads Eldon. Hardy over to Sapp. Shows it working against Murdoch. Over to Hull on the low block. They were going to Britton. Stepped out of bounds. Last touch by Rowan Allen. Rowan has grown a little bit.
Rowan's grown a little bit, and he has gotten better. I saw that at Fatima the other night, but pretty proud of that young man.
Talon Hull working against Braden Albrecht. Needs a little help. Finds Salzman. Now back to Britton. Britton's got Allen on him. They try to go low post. Great defense by Bertelli. He's got the steal, but it's restolen by Salzman. Winds up with Ahart. Ahart middle of the floor. Rises up working against Timo. Strong take and finish. And now the Mustangs retake the lead 19-18.
And Ahart is having a half now.
You can see when Britton feels like he needs to take over, he just finds his lane. Braden trying to go low to Timo, but great defense played by Ahart. Steal, but he wound up on the baseline. So the Tigers will maintain possession. Coach Caudell talking to his boys, giving an offensive game plan here. 6:08 to go in the H&R Block of Versailles second quarter. And a substitution is Cody Tam going to come back in for Deer King. I'm telling you, I love watching Cody play basketball. The kid has a motor.
Yes, he does.
Bertelli, the trigger man, gets it out to Braden. Over to Reese. Reese has had a strong start to this game. It's really been Reese and Britton trading punches early. Albrecht back to Bertelli, back to Reese on the right wing. This is a 3-2 zone being played by the Mustangs. Braden puts it on his hip, finds Reese. Ahart at the top of the key. He eats up a lot of space. You see Reese trying to find a lane. Instead, the corner, Bertelli left open from 3.
Oh.
Halfway down, board pulled in by Hull. Talon wants to push the tempo.
Nice
And
job.
Talon all the way. That shot went halfway down. I don't know how it came back out.
I don't either. That was a nice take.
Albrecht the board. Reese finds the cutting Bertelli for the lay-in. Woo. Court vision. Lead back to the Tigers, 2019. Tam now pushing. Rises up, flips it up. Shot won't go. Salzman there. His putback won't fall. Gets a second look. That one goes. Don't blink. You'll miss a lot.
Yes, you will.
21-20. Eldon over Versailles. 5:03 to go. The H&R Block of Versailles. A 3 from Allen is money. That thing didn't even think about the iron.
No, he's got a nice little shot out there.
High arching shot. Once again, winner of this game moves on to the semifinals of this 86th annual Tipton tournament. Britton shows, drives. Timo stepped up and took the charge. So the second charge drawn by the Tigers, first by Murdoch, second by Morrison.
Timo will tell you it's a quick feet.
It's got to be weird for him. On the football field, he was used to initiating all the contact, and now he is
initiating all the contact.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And what a steal back to Ahart. His 3 won't go. Offensive board, Talon Hull. Over to Tam. The corner, Hardy. Eldon going to be patient with it. Straight man defense inside his Talon.
Nice take.
Count it.
Oh. Waved it off.
Really? They say the foul was on the floor?
I believe so. Jason Hirschfeld, the official. Breaking the Mustang hearts there a little bit.
I feel bad for Talon. He put a lot of effort into that.
DJ Schoolfield back in the game again for the Tigers.
Ryder Williams talking smack to me on Facebook Messenger.
What's he running as he goes?
I messed the sound up for a little bit. Britton's shot is short. Reese the board. Fires it ahead. Great job by Devin Hardy. Looks like he's still a safety out there. Now he wants to run the floor. No look past a Salzman. Counted in a foul. That was pretty.
Yes, it was. Eldon getting out and running the floor good.
Just like that, we're tied up at 23 apiece. Lincoln Salzman goes to the line with a chance to give Eldon the lead. .407 to play in this second quarter of action. Salzman's free throw long. Bertelli the board. So it's not a super high scoring affair, but I think that's what both these teams want.
No, this is their style of basketball.
Eldon in that 3-2 zone. Schoolfield back in, goes to Morrison on the block. He's got a double, needs help, flips it to Reese at the free throw line, and
Pitter pattern.
Yep. Reese did that thinking thing we're always telling him about.
That's why you tell high school kids, just don't think. Just go.
Well, I've said it before and I'll say it again. The only Murdoch that needed to do any thinking was Trace. He is the brains of the operation. Let Big Trace do what he wants.
Oh, I guarantee Trace is just smiling right now if he's listening.
Hardy over to Hull, flips down to Ahart on the block, working against Bertelli. Really making space, using that frame, and they're going to call a reach-in foul on Bertelli. Bertelli saying, I think there was a travel.
I was going to say, I thought he lifted his pivot foot. But
I think both teams had a case there. 3:34 to play in the H&R Block of Versailles second quarter. Ahart, the trigger man, lobs it up to Salzman. Salzman wipes out. They're going to say, hey, you just lost your footing. That's a travel. Ball back to the Tigers. And I really think this Tipton tournament is going to be fantastic for both of these squads. And a game like this is good for both of them.
Yes, this is a good game for both of these teams.
Murdoch flips it to the corner to Reza. Murdoch on the cut, gets it. He'll step back out. You can tell the Tigers want to space it out, try to get it to Reese on a dive to the basket. Reza, catch and shoot, corner three, and oh, look at the athleticism of Timo. Just jump up, grab it midair, lay it in, and once again, Reza saying it wasn't a shot, it was a lob, man.
Yeah, that will be an alley-oop dunk when Timo tells the story tomorrow. So.
On the drive is Hull, knocked out of bounds, last touch by Murdoch. Back into the game for the Tigers, Ben Peck. Ben, a tough kid. Saw him on the football field. And
I got a lot of respect for Ben Peck. He is a tough kid, man, for his size. He got a lot of heart.
Hull gets it. Drives to the lane, and Morrison sends it back. Bayshore, though, keeps it alive. Gives it to Ahart. Britton drives, makes some space. Reset at the top of the key with Rhett. Rhett to Hull on the left side. Timo out on him. Mismatch on the block, size-wise. Britton using his frame. That's just pretty footwork on the block.
That's great footwork right there.
We're tied at 25 apiece. Reese, full court heave to TJ. Left open in the corner. The three won't go. Morrison and Dierking fight for it, and Ahart comes up with it. Ahart being harassed by Murdoch, keeps it alive. Flips it to Hull. He'll fire a quick trigger three. Won't go. Long rebound tipped out to Ahart. And Ahart, was trying to get the crossover, covered a little too much ground, and they'll get him for the carry. Man, I love this. This is fun basketball.
Sales Eldon. That's what this is.
Well, it is now, since I know Ryder's watching. They're playing defense. We'll explain it to you later.
Ryder, we'll tell you about that.
That's the other side he didn't worry
That's that
about.
other side.
I think Ryder's point of view was, if I score enough points, the defense doesn't matter. Reese to Albrecht. It's tipped by Hull. Back to Reese. Crossover. Hangs in the air. Oh, my.
That's nice.
He went through four defenders before he finished that. That's just athleticism. 27-25 Versailles leads by 2. Tam, crossover. Gets to the middle of the lane, and they're going to get a hand check foul going to be called on Ben Peck.
That's a nice move by Cody Tam right there.
I'm telling you, there are athletes galore on this floor right now. Tam's got that quick crossover. Ahart's got quick feet. Reese has got quick everything. And honestly, Rowan Allen has really impressed me tonight while he's playing.
I'll tell you what, Rowan really impressed me in their first game, and that's why he's in the starting lineup tonight, I guarantee you.
The lob into Dierking, being harassed by Peck. Dierking will put it on the floor. Spin move. Just out to Talon, now to Bayshore. Bayshore drives, floats in the air. It's left short. Dierking the board, tipped out of bounds. Say last touch by the Mustangs. So ball back to the Tigers. 1:35 to go in this H&R block of Versailles second quarter. Versailles leads 27-25. And a substitution. Big Timo going to come back into the game. As he'll come in for Rowan. Seriously, I am digging Rowan's shoes. That is the Christmas spirit personified over there.
Rowan's all, he's got the fashion, man. He's got the fashion. He's got the Miami Vice look. A lot of the pastel colors. He rocks a lot of the cool. Man.
Probably got a pair of Ray-Bans out in the car.
Oh, yeah, he's got it all going. He's young, dude.
3-2 zone for the Mustangs has been sharp. TJ fires a rocket to Morrison. He couldn't hold on to it, but Cody Tam could. Cody has it knocked loose. Goodness.
Look at that.
That was one of those I could have seen going either way. TJ and Cody flat going out it for the basketball, and they're going to call a push-off on Cody. That's one, once again, if you're for
That's
sales.
Cody's third foul.
That's big. Tam is huge to this Mustang squad. Once again, if you're a Mustang fan, you're saying, that was a reach-in foul. If you're a Tiger fan, you're saying, that was the right call. If you're me, you're saying, good game. TJ in the corner, shot fake. Oh, they're going to say he traveled. Well, the official has a much closer view than me. 112, Eldon with the ball down by 2. Britton Ahart calling out the play. He's got Ben Peck on him. Salzman comes up to set the screen. Instead, they'll go to Hardy. Salzman now screens for Hardy. Bayshore working against TJ. Once again, TJ playing very well. Just happy to see him out there. Peck takes away the baseline. Going low to Salzman. Skip back out to Bayshore. He's got to look from 3. Too strong off the back iron. Rebound tipped. Schofield nearly he does take out the ref. Everybody all right?
Oh, Hirschvogel, old buddy that used to go to school with me. He probably doesn't need to be falling down a whole lot.
I'm telling
He's
you,
elderly like me now.
you want to know how intense this game is. Even the refs are in the danger zone.
These teams are playing hard, man.
I love it. 36 seconds to go, 27-25. Versailles the lead with the ball. TJ skips to Reese, top of the key. He'll dial up a 3. He'll get it. Who is this kid wearing Reese Murdoch's uniform? Because he looks awful confident. Hardy attacks from the left side, gets inside, went for the behind-the-back pass, but it hits Morrison. He's got the steal. Tigers with the ball up 5, 12 seconds to go in the second quarter. Reese fires it over to Braden. Albrecht long steps inside, and he was fouled on the floor. Otherwise, he was going to have a lay-in, and he should be shooting too. I like that take from Braden, though.
Yeah, that was a nice aggressive take.
That's something, I mean, Braden's young. I think
We should be shooting.
Yeah, I would.
Right?
Oh, I guess that was just the fourth. They posted it quick.
Well,
My
they got
bad.
it up there quick if they
Wow,
did.
these clock operators know what they're doing. Inbounds, and they were trying to get it to Reese as he had Hardy on his hip, but a good kick there from Britton. Make sure he couldn't get it. The lob to Murdoch, and Bayshore all over him to tip it out of bounds. You are not going to get anything easy on this Eldon squad.
No. They can test everything.
They guard themselves sometimes. It's wild. 6.5 to play in a 5-point Versailles lead. The inbound this time finds Ben Peck. 4 seconds to go. Over to Braden. Braden will take the deep 3. Nearly banks it in. TJ, what's the call here? TJ caught it in midair. Put the shot up.
Foul. They
Got foul.
got a foul.
That is what TJ brings to this team, is just nonstop energy that puts you in those situations.
Yeah, TJ did a good job last year coming off the bench with that Tiger team last year and just making little plays and things like that right there. Just so happy to see him out there playing.
First free throw off the right iron won't go. Oh, I'm serious. That's one of the scariest things I've seen as a commentator when TJ went down.
I'll tell you what, if you ever want to get into a game of talking some serious trash, get into one with TJ Smith. Well, he will not win.
He made his second free throw. So at the half, the Tigers lead Eldon 31-25. We'll take a break. Come back with your IV halftime show in just a moment. You're watching at MoSportsZone.com.
Hi, I'm Colton Taylor, and I use Versailles Total Fitness. Their 24-hour access makes it easy for me to fit gym time into my busy schedule. I love how spacious and versatile their gym is. With a wide selection of free weights, cable machines, and all the cardio equipment you could need, I have plenty of options to help me stay in shape to cover our local sports teams. They work hard to provide a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. Join me and everyone else at Versailles Total Fitness in becoming a healthier you. Versailles Total Fitness at 31 North Monroe, or give them a call at 573-789-6800. Sold out crowd at Remax Arena in Lake of the Ozarks. Winter Shelton's have 5 seconds left to win this deal. Can they pull it off? Inbound passes to Sheldon at the top of the key. They try to double team him. Sheldon crosses over the competition with some razzle dazzle. 2, 1. He shoots the game winner. And it's Winter Shelton for the win. Shelton is caution. When buying a home or real estate, put the ball in Winter Shelton's hands for the game winner. Winter Shelton's caution and get.
A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573-378-5775.
You know, Jason, I love that we got JT updating, because we can't really real time tell what's going on. I mean, I can sort of see audio levels, and now that he said that, I can see we have been a little low in the first half. But apparently I'm supposed to turn up your microwave.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. Apparently your microwave needs turned
My
up.
microwave needs turned up. Well,
I had no idea. Do you know how to adjust a microwave?
heat up aluminum foil in it.
If you're listening at home, watching at home, whatever, don't do that. Oh, man, boy, that was an exciting first half of
That
basketball.
was a great first half of basketball.
I mean, both coaches, I'm sure, have things they want to clean up. But honestly, both coaches should probably be pretty thrilled with how that game was played out.
I think they're both probably talking about the exact same thing right now. Espinosa's in there telling Versailles we've got to stop Ahart.
So
And Eldon's in there saying we got to stop Murdoch because both they've scored the lion's share of each team some points.
they have, and even the points they didn't score, they were generally the leading force in why that player got open and how they got the ball.
Yeah, both have been huge in this first half. I mean, just sitting here looking at it, Cody's got 80% of Eldon's points, and Murdoch's right there the same way. So, been a great show out of two great athletes in this first half.
And by the way, I want to remind you, if you're watching this right now and you're thinking, wait, I thought Tipton played tonight. They do. Tipton has the next game, I forgot to double check. There's a Tipton and South Callaway.
South Callaway, yep.
And we will have coverage of that game right here on MoSportsZone.com as well. Basically, when this game is done, my game plan as it sets is I'm going to stop the broadcast for a second, reset, change a couple things, go right back on. And I say again, I legitimately have no idea how this broadcast is on the air right now. My cell phone still doesn't have service. Nothing has service. The tablet does not have service. But this one hotspot in this one spot has service.
It's the basketball gods.
I guess it is. By the way, when we're talking about sports, what's the scoring look like in that first half for both these teams?
Well, so far in this first half, Britton Ahart, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 of the Mustang 25 points.
That is absurd.
Yeah. Preston Sapp had a 3, and Cody Tam with 1. And let's see, Lincoln Salzman with 4. Whoops.
So we found out there was a bit of a mishap on the roster.
The names were picked. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I realized I was probably doing that in the last.
That would have been Kyle Hines. Kyle Hines with 4.
Yeah, Kyle Hines then with 4 in that first half.
Now for Versailles, we have Reese 2, 4, 15 points.
15.
In the first half. 15.
Wow.
Of the Tiger 31. Rowan Allen hit a big 3 there. We have TJ with a free throw. Josie Bertelli, they have it on here too, with 2. And Reza with a 3. And Tyler Morrison with 4. So, been kind of a star-studded affair between Ahart and Murdoch, though.
It absolutely has. By the way, I don't want to be the one to rat somebody out, but the only reason we know that Kyle Hines is actually 25 after giving all the praise to Salzman is because his own mother is the one that actually just told me, hey, that's not my kid doing all that. So I said, you could have lied and we could have given a bunch of free stats there, but here we are. By the way, we will be back with coverage the rest of the week of all these games. We'll be back on the radio. It's just Mizzou is playing right now, which I would check the score, but once again, service does not exist in Tipton tonight. I don't know what is going on with AT&T and all that. Yes, I'm sorry. I know I've complained about it 400 times. It's made life a pain. But apparently AT&T heard me complain. It's like, we're going to give him one hot spot. That's it. That's all he gets.
What about the old days when, like, JT and all of them were climbing up to the top of towers and stuff and trying to get those broadcasts into free cell phone?
They still do that, but now it's just because he wants to have fun. Yeah, I'm trying to convince him that he should try to put a Christmas star on the top of the station tower.
You had to wheel in your own 1,200-foot tower for every broadcast.
There was a time that I was told you had to call ahead and have a phone line installed just to be able to do the game.
Wow.
Yeah, and so kids, if you're listening, I'll tell you what a phone line is some other day.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, man. But, yeah, I tried telling JT, like, a Christmas star on the tower. He said there's this group called the FCC that frowns upon it. And
yeah.
I guess they're a big deal, so apparently we're not going to do that. But, man, I just really love what we've seen once again. Britton Ahart, Reese Murdoch, and it's not all of them, obviously. There are 4 other guys on the floor. But these 2 athletes, we know their coaches have called upon both of them and said, hey, our success this season is largely going to be dependent on how you choose to lead this team.
Sure. And I guarantee both of them coaches, when they were doing their scouting report, shut down each other's star. I mean, that's exactly what both teams were trying to stop was those kids. And so far it hasn't worked.
Well, and the thing is, now if you're any other team getting tape on either of these squads, first off, that Britton Ahart dunk, that was a grown man's dunk that he threw down in traffic.
Big boy dunk.
Wow, I'm still a little flabbergasted by that because it wasn't like, a full court steal, you got a chance to get up slam. That was a half court off a steal, 2 guys waiting for you. I think I can get up higher than you, dunk.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, man, a fun first half of play already. It's 31-25 Versailles leading Eldon. We'll come back with more of your Hy-Vee halftime show in just a moment. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Hi, Captain. The seas of the Ozarks are too rough. Me and crew can't secure the screens and railings. She'll never be installed right. She ain't sturdy, Captain. Rest assured, you'll see calmer seas this winter. And have American Sun Control secure powder-coated railings and screens for shade, too. While the lake is calm this winter, let American Sun Control install your dock and deck screens and railings. Come in, call, and look them up online and Facebook. American Sun Control. Since 1882, the Bank of Versailles has been locally owned and operated. Lending decisions are made right here in our community by people who understand real estate in the area. The Bank of Versailles is your local home and farm loan specialist, offering knowledgeable staff and competitive fixed rates that are hard to beat. The Bank of Versailles, building relationships with the people in our local community for 142 years. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Burger Specialty Foods is proud to be a part of the Tipton tournament, and they'd like to wish all the teams and players the best of luck. Coaches, if you want to get that extra winning edge, start your team's day with Burger Smokehouse brand award-winning ham, summer sausages, and country bacon. For all you listening on the radio, if you're thinking about a new career, Burger Specialty Foods is always looking for fun, energetic folks to join their team. Apply in person weekdays 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. on Highway 87 in California.
Jason, I'm not going to lie. After hearing that commercial now, I just really want some bacon.
Yeah, no kidding. I heard burgers a while ago. You said Veracruz. I already came over here hungry anyway.
Was there anything in the hospitality room when you got back there?
Chili dogs. I was going to bring you one,
What?
but yeah, I didn't think that would probably be a.
I
You
swear,
already had a mess going up here. I didn't know if a chili dog would help it out.
I swear, when I was in there earlier, it was pizza. I don't know how it turned into chili dogs, which, by the way, nothing but love to Mr. Carvajal, Mr. Culpepper, everyone here at Tipton High School. Boy, they had a nice spread in the hospitality room when we got done the other night. And, you know, we spent some long evenings here doing these games, and it's really nice to be able to grab some food before going home and
Yeah.
not have to worry about that, 9:30 trying to make a sandwich type thing.
Well, you don't have 86 of these tournaments by doing it wrong.
If you ask Jason Culpepper, you had 95 of these tournaments, apparently. I don't know where he did the others, but that's what he told us the other night.
Well, I'm going to trust him on that.
All right, getting ready for the second half of action here. Once again, special thanks to Martin Metal, our title sponsor on this broadcast. And after I hit the table and try to knock it over, man, I'm just messing everything up. By the way, if you're watching and you're thinking, hey, when I watched the Versailles Eldon girls, why didn't the camera look that clear? Well, you see, we figured out that Britt broke the camera a few weeks ago. We had no idea. She turned something, we're guessing, and we had to send it off to a specialist. And
Yeah.
it was a whole ordeal, man.
You're a high school kid, and you're just smarter than Fred. We have an opening for you.
I joke, of course. It was something I had messed up. Britt, we appreciate you. She does a great job. And most importantly, she puts up with us. So,
I love Britt to death. One of my favorite kids ever.
oh, she's a blast. And for that matter, Spencer, man, it's been fun getting to know that kid. He's a hard-working dude.
He hasn't talked yet, so I haven't really got to know him.
I got him to talk a little bit one day. It wasn't a lot, but it was some. It was progress.
Well, when you date Britt, what are you going to get a word in edgewise? Never talk.
I like to believe that there's like 30 minutes out of the day when he's by himself that he just sits there and talks nonstop just to get it all out that he hasn't had all day. Oh, we're going to shift gears as we jump into the American Sun Control third quarter of action. 31-25 Versailles leads Eldon. Winner moves on to the championship side of this bracket. Both teams come into this game at 0-1 after tough losses to talented squads. Versailles fell to Fatima, while Eldon fell to Mountain Grove. Ahart drives baseline contact, puts the shot up. Shot won't fall. Rebound Tigers. Murdoch now on the right side. Hole back on him. Top of the key, look for Peck. Nothing there. Reza now has it. Skip pass. And it went right off the hands of Murdoch, and it's corralled by Hole. Hole wants to go to the rim. Gets inside. It's blocked by Murdoch, and it's blocked right back to Talon, who is out of bounds.
Yeah, nice defensive play by Murdoch right there.
Reese doesn't really show a lot of emotion.
He's just a stone cold killer, man.
Don't tell him that. It'll go straight to his head.
Everything goes to Reese's head.
Reese gets the inbounds. Full court
That's why he's
pressure.
friends with TJ.
Good kids, I tell you what. Rhett Bayshore, Devin Hardy, two good kids as well. Albrecht lines up a corner three off the back iron, won't go. What a board. Pulled in. Well, nearly pulled in, I was going to say, but instead winds up in the hands of Britton Ahart. And Peck is going to get called for a blocking foul as he has the rather difficult job of trying to stop Britton Ahart from getting to the iron.
Good luck trying to stop Ahart.
like I said, Britton was good last year, but he has really progressed. Another player that stands out, Cody Tam with the ball. Goes to Ahart at the free throw line. Working against Peck. Major size
Nice
advantage.
move.
Goodness. Britton showed right. Then as soon as the space opened up, stepped through to the left. Lead close to 4, 31-27 with 7:13 to play. The American Sun control third quarter of action. Skip pass to the corner. Peck thought about three, tried to fire inside to Timo. Pass is tipped and stolen by Bayshore. So Eldon starting off very strong defensively. Sap to Tam, turnaround jumper, contested off the iron, won't go. Morrison the board.
Looked good, just didn't quite get there.
Murdoch, middle of the floor, squares up, goes to Albrecht. No look pass to Peck, goes right back to Braden. 3-2 zone from the Mustangs, skip to the corner, left alone is Peck, fires and gets the three. That's a big shot for the Tigers. If you're going to work against this zone, you're going to have to be able to hit corner shots. Albrecht drives, goes to Sap. Sap to Hardy, working against Albrecht. Hardy to Bayshore, Reese out on him. Now Sap at the top of the key. Close out by Reza. Sap gets inside, hangs in the air, shot just won't go. Reza the board, gives it to Murdoch. Immediately harassed by, not Albrecht, by Ahart. Inside to Timo. Skip pass. Reza lines up a three, off the iron, won't go. Britton Ahart another board.
Doing it all right now.
And a reach-in foul going to be called on Ben Peck, a little overzealous, as he was trying to place full court pressure on Britton Ahart, and he may have clocked him in the nose.
That's his fourth foul. He's going to go bench for a while.
One thing I will say that I love from both these squads is you look how excited the bench gets when defense is being played.
Yes.
Cole going to bring it up the floor. 6:14 to play, 34-27. Versailles leads Eldon. Hardy with it. Goes over to Hull. Reese out on him. Low block, and I'm telling you, Britton Ahart is causing problems.
He is.
He's picking his matchup, and this is no disrespect to anybody out there, but when he gets Bertelli on him, I mean, I don't know how tall Bertelli is, but I know he's not 6'4".
He's just doing a great job of getting you the defender on his hip, and they can't quite get there, and you almost have to foul to do anything with him.
Lob into Talon Hull. Steps out, fires to the corner. Hardy wants a three, goes off the front iron. Rebound, Rowan Allen, who just checked back in. Reese brings it up, fires it over to Allen. Allen has it tipped, recovers, and gives it to Murdoch. Albrecht on the left wing. Skips to Murdoch. Looking for the back cut's not there. Allen will try a wing three. Off the back iron, won't go. Long rebound, tipped, picked up by Hull. He wants to run. Back defensively in a late whistle as Murdoch went for the steal. Hull goes up strong, draws the foul, and will shoot two. They get Reese. Yeah, they got Reese.
I think so, yeah.
Just his first foul, though.
As much D as he plays, that's pretty impressive.
Talon Hull's first free throw is money. Talon Hull is another guy that's going to be a huge impact player for these Mustangs. I mean,
Yes, sir.
not the biggest kid on the floor, but he doesn't need to be. He's very skilled and has a subtle speed to him. He has a little hesitation step.
He knows his role on this team. I mean, he plays it well.
Second free throw, rattles around, comes back out. Morrison muscling up for the board. Crossover, Albrecht. 5:20 to play. Albrecht all the way to the rim. Layup just won't go, and I don't know how he pulled in the board, but an offensive rebound hauled in by Bertelli, and he is fouled. Will shoot two. I think Bertelli heard me say that, I don't think you're 6'4", and he's like, I'll show you who's 6'4".
Somebody told him to have him listed as Josie, I think.
Oh, Bertelli's first free throw off the left iron. So checking back into the game is the player formerly known as Lincoln Salzman, but it turns out that's been Kyle Hines this entire time. Kyle, I apologize. It's what the roster said.
Ryder sending a nice message.
He's such a sweetheart.
He's just mad that nobody's talking about him anymore.
Second free throw is good for Bertelli. It's a 7-point lead. Hardy on the drive, working against the defense of Albrecht. Gonna skip it back out to Ahart. Goes over to Hines. Hardy, he's got to look at three and rattles it in.
Got it.
Tough shot, big make. It's a 4-point game. I will say, without Ryder here, it's weird. Nobody's pulled a three from the Cardinal logo in the middle of the floor.
Yeah.
As Morrison muscles up the shot, he's fouled and will shoot too. Like, seriously, not even like the tip of the hair there. Like, that'd be a
He was
close
shooting
shot.
from the Cardinals' eye, the Cardinals' beak.
He was shooting from the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, he talk a little smack.
Little.
Kobe be over there rolling his eyes.
Morrison's first free throw is good. Well, who do you think he was talking smack to?
Anybody that would listen.
Second free throw, long, offensive board. No, Albrecht had it. It was tipped loose. Hull comes up with it. Heads up play by Hull in a double team, able to get it out to Sapp. Ahead, Hardy left alone in the corner. Three is long, and TJ jumping out of the gym for the board. Fires it ahead. 50-50 ball coming up with it is Ahart. Crossover on the block, working against TJ. Count it and a foul. Britt Ahart.
Stop that.
Britton's over the 20 mark now, isn't he?
Yeah.
What do you have?
It's gotta
17
be.
at the half.
I think I told you 17. Yeah.
So he's got. I think
Should be 21 now.
21 of 33 points. That's pretty sound.
If you're the Tigers, you just try to slow him down.
Easier said than done. Is the free throw no good? Murdoch the board. So the Tigers holding on to a 3-point lead, 36-33 here in the American Sun Control third quarter. Murdoch crossover hangs in the air. Oh.
Floor? Yep.
They're going to call it on the floor, but that's got to be the step that if you're Coach Espinoza, every time you see it, you go, okay, I want that 14 times a game.
Yes. Reese is the kind of kid that should be finishing at the hole every single time.
Reach-in foul going to be called on Sapp. Tigers with possession, 4:15 to play. Ball is tipped right back to Braden Albrecht. Working against Talon Hole, fires it to the corner. Schofield left alone, fires the three off the front iron, won't go. Albrecht comes up with it. He'll try a three. It's off the iron long again. TJ another board.
Oh.
TJ was facing his opponent's basket, just flipped it over his head and said, yeah, this might go.
He had a bowl of Wheaties where he came in here, apparently.
He had
All kinds of trick shots.
He had some of Popeye's spinach. TJ Schofield, man. Hard not to like that
He
kid.
just brings a little energy in from a different sort.
And like I said, you can say that about both these teams. The first free throw for TJ up and good. Because that's honestly what makes Eldon Eldon is.
Yeah.
I mean, you got your guys like Devin Hardy that I still think he thinks he's 6'6" most days.
Sure.
Second free throw, short. Rebound controlled by Ahart, and yeah, that's one the coaching staff for Versailles didn't like. Is Bertelli going to get called for a reach 30 feet from the floor? And Coach Pryor telling him about it.
And that's his fourth foul, too.
That's big, and the fifth on the Tigers, so that'll be 2 free throws now for Britton. It's one of those games. Britton was not having trouble scoring this rock. He doesn't need your help.
No, exactly.
First free throw for Ahart. Money. Britton is locked in right now. Lead down to 3, just under 4 minutes to play in the American Sun Control third quarter of action. Second free throw coming up. Good form. Good result.
Money.
Just like that, we've got a 2-point game, 37-35 Versailles leads Eldon. Little token full court pressure applied by Talon Hole against Murdoch. Corner, Reza, quick trigger, 3 off the backboard, won't go. Fighting to keep it alive, and it's controlled by Hines. Flipped out to Hardy, who wants to run. Hardy, the corner to Sapp, out to Hole. Thought about the drive, but it's taken away by by Reza. Now Hines with it. Morrison out on him. Top of the key is Sapp. Over to Hardy. Behind the back, drives baseline, makes a little space. It's quickly taken away. Hines back out to Hardy to Hole. Good ball movement. Sapp with it going inside. Ahart's turnaround jumper, too strong. Foul called on the floor. The fight for the board. That was patience by the Mustangs.
That was patience.
So now going to the lines, Kyle Hines.
3 on Albrecht now. Tigers are getting a little bit of foul trouble here.
That's the thing about trying to run with Eldon. As the first free throw for Hines is long. This Eldon team, they want high-tempo chaos, but it's their controlled chaos. They know what they want. I don't know if that's the speed Versailles always wants to operate at, but it's what they've been operating at in this game.
Yeah, I think we probably want to operate a little slower speed.
Second free throw for Hines, up and good. 1-point game, 37-36. Versailles holds the lead with 3 minutes to go in the American Sun controlled third quarter of action, all a part of our Martin Metal broadcast. Crossover, but a timeout going to be called, so we'll go ahead and take the timeout here. That is, by the way, a Mickey Ragsdale timeout, as I thought I had that ready to go, but I guess I don't. Yeah, that's fine. Mickey Ragsdale, Remax of Sedalia timeout. We'll take the break and be back in a moment. You're listening to KS.
Butch's Small Engines east of Tipton is your sales and repair person for all makes and models of small engines. They sell and install B&W gooseneck hitches. They're a dealer for Echo chainsaws, weed trimmers, and blowers, and a Kohler warranty center. Butch's Small Engines is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday till noon. Highway 50, 3.5 miles east of Tipton. Butch's Small Engines. Call 660-433-5831. That's 660-433-5831. California Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram has been making happy customers for years with dedicated employees in sales and service. They're your hometown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram dealer and proudly serve the community and surrounding areas by offering new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as top-notch parts and service departments. Find out for yourself why their customers leave happy. California Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on West Buchanan Street in California.
All right, we're going to cut right back in here. Versailles with the ball, holding on to a 1-point lead. Murdoch on the attack, gives it up to Reza. Back to Murdoch. He's got a little space. He'll try the three. It's short. Right to Morrison. Tries to muscle it up, and
Nice job.
I don't really know how that went in, but it did.
I don't either. He found a way.
He found the one angle that ball could work its way in and physically muscled that thing up. Ahart makes space, working against Allen, gives it up to the high post. Now out in the corner is Sapp. Hardy got a little space. Good closeout, though. Throws the floater up. Won't go. Offensive board. Hines finds Hardy in the corner. Now it's a Hole. Hole will fire the three off the front iron. Won't go. Morrison, good box out. And over the back, going to be called on Hines.
Tell you what, there's some good physical basketball being played by Rowan Allen and Ahart right now. They are banging on each other. Rowan's a physical player, too.
Like, this is an old school rivalry game. If you play this game and you didn't go home with a bruise or two, were you really involved in the game?
Something better hurt.
It's like back in the day when you used to play Eugene. You walked in the court with a black eye. Just
that,
you specifically.
Yeah.
Morrison's first free throw is long. Are you even
That's
allowed?
why I don't go to Eugene.
I was about to say, are you even allowed back there?
Just to make fun of Nathan Lever every once in a while.
Albrecht will get a breather. Morrison's second free throw rattles out as well. So the Tigers have left some points at the free throw line. 39-36, they lead Eldon. Ahart trying to make space. Good skip pass to Hole. Hole, long strides, blocked by Morrison, but Morrison followed through and got him on the arm.
Tell you what, Morrison gets up pretty good for a big boy.
He can hop.
He's got great feet, I know that, but a little bit more hops than I thought.
First free throw for Hole is also both teams have left points at the free throw line.
Yeah, these free throws have been unkind to both teams tonight. DJ over here telling Hines a story. Who knows about boy?
Second free throw up and good. TJ doesn't even know about it. So we got a 2-point game, 39-37. Allen on the attack. Gives it to Reese. Fakes the three. Crossover. Back to Rowan. He's got space. Takes the shot. High archer. I still love the look. It's tipped loose by TJ. Pass to Rowan on the cut. He is hammered and will shoot two. By the way, because I know JT's listening, we called him out stuff. I will be honest. The camera got fixed by Paige and JT. Paige had an idea that it was something to do with the iris. JT looked it up, and by the time they brought it back to me, it was working again. So I will give credit where credit is due. It was actually just his birthday the other day.
You knew it was just, JT, happy birthday, JT. How old is he?
26, I believe.
26, that's what I thought.
He told me I'm never, ever, ever retiring. So
He's
good
got
for him.
The 3 hairs left on his head to prove it.
First free throw, by the way, for Rowan Allen, up and good. Man, what is Rowan, a sophomore or a junior?
He is a junior.
He is a junior. Well, he is a
No,
junior.
no, sophomore.
Okay, that's what I
Sophomore,
thought.
sorry.
Just a sophomore, and I mean, you can kind of see the growth into a leadership spot this year. He's going to have to be a big factor for this Tiger squad.
Yes, he is. And so far this season, he has played some really good minutes.
Second free throw long off the back iron. Great box out board by Sapp. So Eldon trailing by 3, 1:30 to play in the American Sun Control third quarter. This is very much still anybody's game. Hardy to the corner. Hole will try a 3 for the tie. Rattles won't go. Board Reza. Murdoch back into the game. I think he went out for a second. I don't know. Hits the crossover. Steps back. Fires to Reza in the corner. Allen left alone. Fires the 3. High Archer won't go. Hole chases down the board. Talon gets a lot of rebounds
Yes,
for
he
a guy
does.
his size. And Murdoch nearly steals it, but Bayshore keeps it alive. Skip to the corner. Sapp for 3. It was contested. Won't go. Britton in there with the board. Gets the defense in the air. He'll shoot 2. Man, part of the reason you got to love the game of basketball is every play is so close right now. I mean, Reese nearly had the steal. Instead, it winds up. Uh-oh, that's not good. Hey, Britt, find the charger over there if you can. My laptop's about to die. Everything else has went wrong. That might as well happen, too. I know I had it out.
Just when things were going good. Free throw's good.
First free throw for Ahart. So it's a 1. Wait, what? We have different scores. No, I had the laptop cord out. It was laying up there, I thought. 38-40 is the score they had. I must have given somebody a wrong point along the way. Jason and I awkwardly hold hands.
Yeah, that was a fun moment.
Glad we got to have a moment together, Jason.
We'll try to cut those down a little bit if we can.
We had one that was too many.
We're not licensed.
40-39, 1-point game because it's Versailles Eldon. Why not? Look at the pressure from Bayshore. Murdoch loses it, picks it back up. Gonna have to race across half court, and Bayshore a little overzealous. They're gonna get him for a hand check. Coach Caudell calling him over. Coach Caudell was hyped for Bayshore, and you gotta be. That was great full court pressure.
Tell you what, he knows what he's guarding, and he didn't hesitate to go after Reese.
No, I mean, once again, we talk about kids with a motor. Rhett's got a motor. And I love, you talk about how Coach Caudell coaches. First free throw for Reese up and good, by the way. He puts his arm around Rhett, brings him over. It's not like, hey, I'm mad at you that you fouled him. It's, hey, I love the effort, son. This is what we got to do a little differently.
Yeah.
41-39. Second free throw for Murdoch is nails as well. Is Murdoch over 20 now?
He is real close. I'll let you know here real quick.
All right. With 40 seconds left, Hole going to be patient, bringing this ball up the floor. Skips it out to Ahart, being guarded by Allen. That's a fun matchup. Hardy, crossover. And, he went for the hesitation, and his momentum just carried him a little bit. He liked his mismatch. He had Timo on him, and no disrespect to Timo, but he's not as quick as Hardy.
No, and not many are.
Devin Hardy is quite the athlete. Full court pressure applied by the Mustangs. They get it into Reese, working against Bayshore. Bayshore's been playing great defense. Reese creates some space, loses it, gets the dribble back. Hits the crossover, lane to the basket, hangs in the air. Oh my! Reese with a little up and under action. Why not? 44-39, lead back at 5. 10 seconds to go. Eldon trying to cut it down before the quarter ends. Bayshore over to Sapp, lines up a 3, knocks it down. Big bucket from Sapp. 2 seconds left. Reese fires it from half court. Off the front of the iron. We've played 3 and don't really feel like we've decided much of anything. 44-42, Versailles leads Eldon when we come back for the fourth quarter. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Since 1944, Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company, Morgan County's only locally owned lumber yard, has been providing the area with quality building materials needed for its building, remodeling, and repair projects. Because customer care is Carpenter Gunther's #1 goal, your project is always their priority. They take as much pride in your project as you do. Reach them at 378-4433 Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and 8 to noon on Saturday. Carpenter Gunther, where they put the home in hometown business.
This is Ryan Pryor from Citizens Bank of Eldon and Versailles. We are so proud that we are still a locally owned and operated bank. So when you apply for a loan with us, all decisions are made here, where they should be. We've got the right loan package for you, so call or stop by today and visit any one of our loan professionals. Member FDIC and Fair Housing Lender.
I've got to remember to ask Ryan Pryor how on earth he just did that commercial while being on the Tiger bench.
Sorry about that, Colt. I was showing Brent something there. What was that again?
I said, I got to ask Ryan Pryor how he just did that commercial live on the air while being on the Tiger bench.
I like hearing his voice talking about the bank while I'm watching him down there coach basketball.
Yeah, that's a man of many skills right there. Speaking of a guy with many skills, Reese Murdoch on the point. 2-point Tiger lead, backs his matchup down, skips it over to Albrecht. Albrecht tries to get inside. Bertelli now, crossover, gets in the lane, hangs, floats off the glass, shot won't go. Morrison, the board, puts it up. Great job staying straight up underneath by Preston Sapp. Easily in a position where he could have came down and fouled Timo, but instead stayed straight up, forced a tough shot, and Eldon gets the ball back. By the way, I can't help but notice a couple of Tipton girls have been peeking in. One of them was Charlie Bailey, and I swear, I'm not a lip reader, but I think she was trying to figure out how many of these guys she thought she could put the clamps on. It was a higher number than you expect. Pass was to Sapp. It's knocked loose. Hole has it. Lane to the rim. No one stopped him, and we're tied at 44 apiece. Reese breaks the press, racing forward. We got 7 minutes to play in the Jason Blankenship CPA fourth quarter of action. Murdoch going to reset, uses the screen. A double coming from Murdoch. Quickly to Bertelli, over to Timo at the top of the key. Albrecht, pass fake, drives baseline, floats it up and in. That's a tough basket. I love that Braden recognized I've got the size advantage and I need to use it. Sapp, lane to the rim, takes some contact. Cody Tam there to clean it up with the lay-in. This defensive standoff has now turned into an offensive explosion. Bertelli fires it over to Braden. Albrecht lines up a three, knocks it down. Braden Albrecht with 5 points in the last 30 seconds, and the Tigers lead by 3.
Yeah, if you're the Tigers, you love seeing that right there.
And this is how this matchup needs to be. I want Reese versus Britton for this fourth quarter.
That's what everybody wants to see.
This is your Magic Bird showdown right here. A near steal by Bertelli, just couldn't come up with it, kicks it out of bounds. Good hustle, though. Eldon maintains possession, down by 3.
Joey does a good job of just being active. He's not a bad rebounder, and he steals and pokes. And Joey's done a really good job this year.
Braden will get a breather.
He was just getting hot.
TJ checks in for him. Lobbing it down to Britton in the short corner. Murdoch on him. Britton trying to make space. Gives it up to Hull. Hardy stepping out to get it now is Tam. Tam working against Timo inside. Skips it to the corner. And a charge going to be called. TJ draws the charge. Who had the ball and got that?
I think.
Was it Tam?
I think they called.
And that's Cody's 5th.
That's huge.
Wow.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
A big foul called there is, Cody, that will foul him out of the game. And that's huge because Cody is one of the best rebounders, not only for Eldon, but you're going to see in general.
He just does a lot of things to disrupt. Yeah, that's huge.
I mean, Cody's 6'2", but he plays a lot bigger than that. Nothing 6'2" short by any means, but
I mean, how many times we talked about him tonight, and he's only had 3 points.
Oh yeah,
he does so many things.
100%. And I don't think the officials were quite ready to start the game as Eldon made their substitutions. All right, 5:49 to go. Tigers lead by 3. Albrecht back in the game. He breaks down the press. Attacks on the left side. Has a strip from behind by Hardy. And then after losing the ball, gets called for a charge as he ran through Preston Sapp.
Preston Sapp, nice job being in position.
Absolutely. Sapp stepped up, planted his feet, drew the charge. So 3 players now with 4 fouls, and Braden Albrecht is one of them. Talon Hole going to run the point. We're down to 5:30 to go, and what has been a fantastic matchup here. And I'm happy to say we're going to see it again this year. Could see it a couple more times, honestly.
Probably so.
Because they very well could see each other at the Eldon tournament, potentially. Sapp being guarded by TJ. Over to Hardy, and the pass just thrown out of bounds. Give TJ his credit. He was harassing there.
You couldn't have put a credit card between them two. He was up on him so tight.
And the substitution, a little defense for offense, as Braden Albrecht will check back in. Ben Peck providing the defensive stint so the Braden doesn't pick up foul number 5. Reese working against Rhett Bayshore. I mean, I'm impressed. Rhett has stayed with Reese pretty well in this full court pressure. That's not easy to do.
No.
Timo at the top of the key. They screen backwards, or back screen to free up Braden. Braden working against Rhett, gives it up. Look for Bertelli, thought about it, said he'll drive Ahart there defensively. Out to Albrecht. Albrecht shot fake, gets inside, nearly has stripped. He does have a strip. Rhett Bayshore with the quick hands. And Rhett just a little too fast there, wound up losing it out of bounds. The defense was great, though.
Yes, great defense. That boy is working hard.
49-46. Versailles leads Eldon. We're under 5 minutes to go in this Jason Blankenship CPA fourth quarter of action. What has been one of the most fun games I've called in a while. And Rhett picks his pocket. Great steal by Bayshore. That was, wow.
That was sweet.
Skip to Hardy. Hardy trying to get inside. Schofield tried to poke it loose. Now Bayshore wants a corner three. Nearly banks it in. Long rebound pulled in by Albrecht. Braden races up the floor. Crossover. Picks up the free throw line. Skips to the corner. Now Morrison has it on the wing. Gives it to Reese. Reese sees a lane. Hangs in the air. Takes the contact. Oh, they're going to wave it off for the charge because Devin Hardy was waiting for him.
That was a nice job by Devin.
These are some tough kids.
I think both towns will see what they want to see on that call right there, but that was a good job.
No, and we've had a lot of those in this game where, I mean, and that's not insulting the officials whatsoever. They're 50-50 calls.
These are 50-50 calls.
And you say a great take by Reese and a great job by Devin to slide in there. Hole trying to attack, a lot of contact, and
it's a nice take by Hole.
It is. They're going to get TJ for the foul. Talon's going to shoot two. He could cut the lead to one here. First free throw for Talon, up and good. Lead at 2, 49-47. This game has last possession written all over it.
I would say you're probably right about that.
Second free throw for Hole, rattles, comes off the iron, so it stays a 2-point game. Reese to Braden, and we're going to get Braden for a travel, just a little overzealous trying to break down that press. So Mustangs get the ball back. 3:55 to play. Trailing by 2. Eldon could tie or take the lead here. Hines working against Morrison. Gets inside. Muscles it up. Count it.
Tough.
Bertelli got caught with his hand in the cookie jar there. Hines made him pay. And now with a free throw, Hines could give Eldon the lead. And that is the 5th foul on Joey Bertelli. Rowan Allen will check back in the game. The Tigers have used a nice rotation here this evening.
Yeah, Coach Espinosa's done a good job with his players.
But the free throw won't go. We stay tied. Rebound on the floor, finally picked up by Morrison. You got to wonder, is this where Murdoch starts taking over for Versailles? But can Eldon keep him pinned down? Bayshore's on him. Bayshore has given him some fits here in the fourth.
Bayshore is doing a wonderful job.
Oh, yeah. Rhett calls out Murdoch calls out the screen, uses it, cuts through 2 defenders, goes to the hole. Devin Hardy tried to draw another charge, was a little late. Now Reese will shoot 2.
Yeah, I mean, that almost looks exactly like the last play.
But once again, if you are...
That one could have went either way.
This is... I will say, if you're Coach Espinosa, one of your happiest moments right now is saying, hey, tie ball game, and Reese said, I want the ball and get out of my way.
Yeah.
And knocks down the free throw.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
I mean, I once again commend Rhett Bayshore. Do they have Rhett's height on here? What is he, 5'10", 5'9", if that? 5'10". And the second free throw won't go. Allen gets the board, but can't finish. So Eldon down by 1 with the ball. Hardy, a 3 for the lead. Got it! No, that's just a 2. Had his foot on the line, but still, Eldon takes a 1-point lead, 51-50. 3:10 to go. Murdoch against Bayshore, clears some space, no whistle, play on. TJ, he'll try a deep 3 off the front iron, rattles, won't go, Rowan the board, but they're going to say he went over the bat. And that'll be team foul 5 on the Tigers, so Eldon will be shooting.
Bayshore looking like he's a little bit tired right now. And why wouldn't you be when you're trying to stick like glue on Reese Murdoch?
You're playing full court pressure, and you're not just playing.
He's giving it everything he's got.
This is a weird comparison. I know you don't like the NBA, but it reminds me of when they used to throw Matthew Dellavedova on Steph Curry, and Delly gave him fits for a while.
So they were playing defense ever since past the 90s.
Occasionally.
Okay, I was just checking.
First free throw up and good. Second free throw for Hardy, good as well. So Eldon up by 3 with 3 minutes to go. The Tigers have led the majority of the second half, but Eldon has stormed back to take the lead late. TJ trying to break the press, finds Reese. Rhett out on him. Reese hits that crossover. Rhett, though, just absolutely pinned to him. Reese needs some help, instead gets inside. A timeout first called by the Tigers. Whew. They want a break, and I can't blame them.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty good timeout by Coach Espinosa.
It's a full, so we'll take a quick break as well and be back. 50-53, 3-point game, 2:48 to go. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Farmland Grocery LLC in Syracuse is a discount grocery store that carries surplus, bent and dense, seasonal, close-to-date foods, and dated foods. They get new items in every week, and products constantly change. They also sell food in bulk by the case for a discount. Farmland Grocery is open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 5, and until 6 on Friday. Located directly north of the Highway 50 and D intersection in Syracuse. Follow Farmland Grocery LLC on Facebook to stay up to date on new arrivals.
So in the huddle right now, Coach Espinosa probably drawing something up for his offense. I mean, I cannot take anything away from either of these squads. The defense has been fantastic. The offense has been exciting. It's been a fun game.
Everything you want in a good basketball game between these two schools.
Eldon leads by 3, 2:48 to go. That's a lot of basketball to be played. One thing that I think is going to be huge, though, Versailles with 5 team fouls, so anything's free throws. Eldon's played clean. They've only got 2.
Yeah, see, I got a feeling free throws are going to be a big part of this deal.
TJ just lobs it into Albrecht. Bit of a dangerous pass. Braden does a good job coming back to meet it. Reese wants a screen from Timo. Goes to Timo on the pick and roll. Quick pass out to Allen. Step back 3 is long. TJ keeps it alive and able to throw it off Bayshore.
It's up played by TJ.
This is going to come off rude. TJ is sneaky athletic.
Yeah, he is.
TJ into Albrecht. Back to TJ in the corner. Thought about 3, but a great closeout by Ahart. Reese has it. Bayshore out on him. Looking to drive. Make some space, but man, Rhett is playing some top-notch defense tonight.
Not intimidated at all.
Morrison needs help, gets to TJ. TJ tries to turn the corner lane to the rim, takes the contact.
That's a good take.
It's very clear right now what you said at half is ringing true. The Mustangs' plan is we want to try to slow down or stop Reese Murdoch and make somebody else beat us.
Yeah.
I did not know it was going to be Rhett Bayshore putting clamps on, but
he's done a great job.
Oh, phenomenal. TJ gets it inside. Dished out. Timo left open from 3. Shot too strong. Rebound tipped. Peck had it for a second, but it winds up in the hands of Hines. Now Hull has the ball. Eldon with the ball. 3-point lead. 2 minutes to go in this fourth quarter of action. Ahart. Murdoch on him. And now a timeout going to be called by the Eldon bench. It's a lot of chess and checkers right now going on.
Yeah. There's a lot of grabbing out there right now. Just a lot of these kids are just going at it, man.
These kids got to be exhausted after a game like this.
I seen Albrecht. He had a hold of Hardy's shorts. Hardy was telling the ref about it. The ref didn't care. Play on. Just a whole lot of games being played right now.
And I seriously love that. These are the most fun games. Whoever wins this and makes it to the winner side of the bracket will 1,000% deserve what they have earned here tonight.
Yeah, whoever, it doesn't matter. These two teams will be looking forward to the next matchup between each other at some point down the road.
I don't know who hosts this year's matchup between the two. I think it might be in Versailles this year. I feel like it was in Eldon last year, but I could be mistaken.
Well, the fact that we had hardly any home games, no, it was at Versailles because that was the Bissell night was against Eldon last year.
You're right. I forgot about that.
So it was one of our 2 home games or whatever we had last year.
1:56 to play. Eldon with the ball in a 3-point lead. Holt goes in the backcourt to get it. Straight man defense. Holt loses his footing at half court. And a timeout by Coach Caudell. A smart timeout.
Smart move.
You can't give that ball up in a three-point game. And
now, if you're Eldon, you just can't turn it over. You just got to run this clock out here a little bit. Be patient.
I will say, if you're Eldon, you have to be very careful here because you got to make sure that you're coming back to meet the pass and making smart exchanges. Because, I mean, and it goes for both these squads. There's good enough athletes. If you try that cross-court skip pass one too many times, they'll pick your pocket and run on. Once again, the Tipton boys on deck. They'll play after this game as they face off with South Callaway. And South Callaway was a pretty talented squad last year. Now, Tipton's going to be interesting because these Tipton boys have only been playing basketball for like 3 days.
Yeah, that's going to be tough because football conditioning and basketball conditioning are two different types of conditioning.
True. So if you see an open field tackle, don't worry about it. It's what they're trained to do right now. Bayshore in the backcourt to receive it. TJ on him. You want to talk about two guys with motors. Let's see him go right now. Rhett making space, gives it up to Hardy. Over to Hull. Working against Ben Peck. Goes down to Ahart, and he gets the shot up. It won't fall. Tipped around. Hines comes up with it. And a reach-in foul going to be called, so Hines will go back to the free throw line.
That's a huge rebound by Hines right there.
Massive. I love that Eldon didn't try to stall. They went right to Ahart and tried to get him on the attack.
Now they're playing to win.
That foul's going to go on Murdoch. That's his fourth. At this point in the game, you can't worry about that, though. Hines' first free throw up and good. He's made it a two-possession game. Second free throw for Hines. Long. Morrison the board. Lead stands at 4. 1:30 to play. Albrecht brings it up, working against Hines, gives it to TJ. TJ tries to get inside, makes some space, over to Peck. Peck now inside. Ahart on him. Goes back to Albrecht. Spin move out to Peck. And the Mustang defense does it again. They force another travel. They were not giving the Tigers a seam inside. Versailles couldn't get a look. They got him for the travel. Coach Espinoza needs to talk it over. We'll go ahead and take one more break. 1:15 to play. Eldon up 4 with the ball. Can they close it out, or do the Tigers have a comeback? Find out when we come back. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and welcome to Gladstone Cove Boat Trailer Sales. Do you need a trailer to get your boat out of the water? Maybe just a replacement trailer. Or considering selling your boat, and you know a trailer will help get it done. We carry 11 lines of high-quality boat trailers, and if we don't have what you need, we also build our very own line of custom aluminum boat trailers. Thanks to everyone that's been by or just heard of us and gave us a referral. From my family to yours, we can't thank you enough.
1:15 left in this game. Eldon had to scratch and claw to come back here and take the lead, but they have played this fourth quarter clean. However, a travel. A little sped up there. So the Tigers, little life here still.
Yeah.
You don't have to go for the three by any means.
No, you don't have to get crazy or anything like that. Just try to get a good shot, cut down the sleeve.
Inbounds to Albrecht. Corner 3 off the front iron. Won't go. Hardy the board. Trying to force a tie-up. And it was a jump ball, but possession arrow favors the Mustangs. 1:08 to play. Eldon with the ball. Tigers going to put full court man pressure on. .54-50. Ball's inbounded to Ahart. Being harassed by Albrecht. Throws it ahead. He's got Hines. Extra pass. It's tipped up in the air. Picked up by Murdoch. Murdoch. Bayshore quickly back on him. Murdoch gets in the middle of the lane trying to make space. Dumps Bayshore. Well, blocking foul going to be called on Rhett. I mean, I seriously am just so impressed with the defense Rhett Bayshore has played.
Coach Caudell's got to love that kid's effort, man.
Like, I'm here to tell you, we give out a boy,
I mean, look, he's not going to make anything easy on Reese.
No, we give out a shed batting cage player of the game, and I'm telling you right now, Rhett Bayshore is my leading candidate. I don't care about his offense. Ben Peck loses it, gets it back, finds Reese. Under a minute to go in a 4-point game. Versailles needs offense from anywhere. Reese hangs in the air and scores! 44 seconds left, and it's a 2-point game. Man, this is great. This is basketball at its finest. But I say again, I love that your leaders are taking over late.
Yeah, and you know what's cool? I'm sitting here looking at this. Reese and Ahart both dominated the first halves. Both teams obviously tried to slow the other star down. Reese is sitting here with 3, 4, like 6 points for the whole second half. And Ahart's not really any different, 7 points. So this second half's kind of fell on some of the other kids. And they're stepping up and trying to win this game.
Well, what I'm thinking is, there are some skilled athletes out here. If you can
Yeah.
do this to each other, that means you're going to be in a lot of games this season simply because you can make life miserable on the other team's best player.
Exactly.
54-52, 44 seconds to go in this game. I mean, still, Eldon looking to close it out, get their first win of the season. Versailles looking to make a comeback after leading most of the second half to get their first win of the season. Gym's filled up pretty nicely. A lot of Tipton folk, because the Tipton game was supposed to start here in 3 minutes. That's not going to happen. Near steal on the inbounds by Albrecht. Coach Caudell talking to Talon saying, no, we don't want that. Let's hit the open guy. They've got Hardy and Ahart up front trying to get him free. Send to Ahart. Murdoch on him. A double comes immediately. Ben Peck. They got to throw it ahead. A near steal. Morrison couldn't quite get there. Hole gets it. And smart move as he pulls it out. Murdoch gonna pressure. 34 seconds to go. It's out to Ahart. That's who Eldon wants shooting free throws. It's over to Hardy. Now hole in the corner. Skip pass to Britton. 27 seconds. When will the Tigers foul? Right there. TJ fouls Britton. With 25 seconds left, Britton's going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, he's 4 of 5 so far tonight.
2 free throws could extend it to a 2-possession game. You only make one, and the fun continues.
You got a feeling something big's going to happen here. I don't know what, but there's going to be a big play coming.
So Ahart's first free throw. Just nails. I mean, didn't even graze the iron. That kid is locked in.
Yeah, I don't think he seems too anxious about these free throws at the end of the game.
Britton, boy, he has evolved into quite the player. To remind you, the Mustangs have been doing this for the last 3 or 4 minutes without Cody Tam on the floor.
Yeah, I know.
Second free throw falls as well, so Britton pushes it back to a 2-possession game. Tigers got to work quick. 24 seconds left. TJ, it's stolen. Ahart has it to Hardy, over to Hull. And Hull is hugged by Reza. He'll go shoot 2, but that may have been the nail in the coffin, and the Mustangs may be punching their ticket to the championship side of the bracket. I mean, we said it when we saw them against Mountain Grove. This Eldon defense is going to have you in or have you winning a lot of games.
Yeah, exactly. And we saw it again tonight. I mean, that's what took this game for Eldon in the second half. They just clamped down.
Hull knocks down the first free throw. 57-52, lead at 5. Timo checks in for Allen. Second free throw from Hull is up and good as well. Boy, these kids hit free throws when they need to. They are double teaming Reese on the inbound. The bounce pass goes to Morrison. He finds Reese. 13 seconds to go. Going to have to move quick. Reese gets inside, goes around the defense, and a blocking foul going to be called, so Reese will shoot 2. Hines was trying to draw another charge, but they got him moving just a little bit. So, with 9.9 left, Murdoch's first free throw's up and good. Lead at 5. Second free throw here from Murdoch. Up and good as well. 4-point game. Inbounds to Hull. Tigers got a foul. I mean, you don't really have another choice. Lofted ahead to Hardy. The ball's still free. Thrown over to Hines. And by the way, Hines didn't even try to put that shot up. Heads up playing good sportsmanship.
Yeah.
He was wide open under the basket. Instead, I'll just hold on to it. So Eldon comes back, takes the lead, holds on to win 58-54. They punch their ticket in advance to the championship side of this bracket. And by the way, while I'm looking at it, see Eldon will play. When will both these teams play again? I got a bracket right here. So Eldon will move on to play Thursday at 5:30, they'll face the winner of South Callaway and Tipton. Versailles will face the loser of South Callaway and Tipton. That game will be Thursday at 4. Wow, so either way, we're going to have back-to-back games. Fun times. All right, post-game show coming up just a moment. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
At HBS, they believe in realizing potential. That's why they help organizations put the right technology solutions in place to operate at their best, from data centers and applications to connected classrooms, AI, and cybersecurity. And it's also why HBS proudly supports our area's students, educators, and athletic programs, because they believe in realizing potential and are committed to helping local students realize theirs on and off the courts. HBS is proud to support this year's Tipton tournament. Learn more at hbs.net. Every day, your Jefferson City and Osage Beach Hy-Vee pharmacies are committed to your health and wellness. If you're enrolled in Medicare Part B, Medicare Advantage plans, and most commercial plans, they'll cover up to 8 over-the-counter COVID-19 tests per month at no cost through Hy-Vee. Most plans cover these costs and no prescription is required. Stop in at your Osage Beach or Jefferson City Hy-Vee pharmacy and see the helpful pharmacy staff today.
All right, we are back as we get ready for the Bank of Versailles post-game show. Jason, we just witnessed a full-on battle between two gritty teams.
Yeah, that was a classic right there. I like that. And I got a feeling that they're already looking forward to playing each other again at some point. So it ought to be a good one.
We're going to make this post-game show pretty quick, in all honesty. Shout out to the Bank of Versailles, our post-game sponsor here, because we got to shift gears to get ready for Tipton. What did the scoring look like for both teams, Jason?
Well, I'll start with Eldon here first. Talon Hall had 7. Devin Hardy had 7. Britt Nahart with 26 to lead the Mustangs tonight. Very good game. Kyle Hines was 6. Preston Sapp was 6. And Cody Tam with 3. For Versailles, Reese Murdoch equals Nahart with 26. So that was a pretty good battle right there between those two. Braden Albrecht with 8. We have TJ Schoolfield with 2. Joey Bertelli with 2. Ben Peck with 3. Dalton Reza with 3. And Tyler Morrison with big 7 points.
Man, it was a tough battle from both squads. Like I said, no.
And I'll tell you this, Colton, when I look at this, if you want something to a close game like that, Eldon shot 16 of 23 from the free throw line. Versailles 10 of 20.
That'll win or lose you a lot of games right there. Well, we'll see both those teams as they advance to the next round on Thursday. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to stop this stream. I'm going to reset something and then start a new stream because we got Tipton and South Callaway coming up